You have to come to France to watch MMA. You have to come to the UK to watch MMA. Things that Dana White and a lot of UFC people say all the time. You have to go to Europe, to the UK, to France at least once to witness an event. The crowd is next level. But why are the European crowds so much better than American, Middle Eastern, all those other crowds? In this video. Hello and welcome to Bloodsport MMA.
Salam alaikum. Alaikum salam.
Alright you guys, let's break it down. Why are European MMA crowds the best crowds in the world? Now, the answer that I'm giving you might be too simple for you to really see it as an answer, but I'll just give it to you anyways because I think it's the truth, right? As a guy that lives in Europe and has been to America a lot of times, and I love America with all my heart, and I've traveled the world. I've been to UFC events in Brazil, in the Middle East, in America, in Europe, and I can tell you firsthand that the Europe crowd is by far the best crowd. And I say Europe because it doesn't matter if you're in the UK, France, whatever, the crowds there are by far the loudest, the most engaging ones, right? Why is that? Now, the biggest point is the sports culture. Look at America, for example. What sports are most popular in America? American football, baseball, those things. If you go to those events, how crazy are the fans there? What is the culture there from the fans? Are the fans there hooligans with flags that are lighting up fireworks and singing and whatever? No. The crowds there generally, culturally, are more or less calm. They cheer when something cool happens. When a touchdown happens, they cheer and all of that. They wait for the Super Bowl halftime show where the action happens and all of that. In baseball, they're mostly more or less silent, I would say, right? I mean, they cheer when something cool happens. That's a good summary. They cheer when there's something to cheer. I mean, and in American UFC cards, when a finish happens, they cheer as well. It's not like they're silent then, but they're silent more or less during the rest of it. Depending on where in America you are, it can vary as well, but in general, right? And if you, for example, take the UAE as well, if you would take Brazil, it would actually not make sense that they are so silent. Well, Brazilian crowds are not silent in general, they are just not creative. All they say is, ooh, vamos ver. Like, it just gets pretty boring with the time, right? I've been to an event in Brazil. The crowd is not good at all there. Even though I love Brazil, I love Brazilians, especially the girls. But I love Brazil, but they are not the best MMA crowd either. They could not even sell out the Jeunesse Arena for UFC 283, by the way. But yeah, anyways, UAE as well. First of all, this might sound cheap, but in the UAE, there's no drinking culture. People don't really drink there. Most of the people there are devout Muslims, so...
You think whiskey gonna help him?
As cheap as it may sound, alcohol makes you louder. Alcohol makes you less hesitant to start to sing and cheer and scream, whatever. And their culture as well is more kind of reserved, right? And you can see that in the events as well. And in Europe, the biggest thing that I'm trying to get to is the sports culture. I mean, everyone in Europe loves football. Americans, I mean soccer for you, but football. Not American football, football with the ball on the foot, right? As it should be. I don't know why it's called football if the ball is on your hand, between your arms, but Americans, you do you, right? Football culture. Go watch a football event. Go watch Celtic Glasgow against what is the other team called in Scotland? I don't know. Is it even Scotland? I don't know. I'm just butchering it anyways here.
Brain damage.
Go watch a Premier League game in England. Go watch a Ligue 1, which is the name of the football league in France. Go watch a game there. Go to Germany. Watch a Bundesliga game. Sorry, I started talking German here. The crowds there are nuts. They are so passionate. Everyone is waving flags. Everyone is singing the whole 90 minutes of the game. Everyone is singing. They're cheering. They have their own chants that they sing the whole time. They hate the other crowd, they fight with each other all the time, they're so passionate. They live for this. There's so many people that all they do the whole week is work, so then they can go to the games on the weekend, get drunk, scream with their friends, and just have the time of their lives. That's the whole culture in Europe. People live to watch the football games on the weekend. People have tattoos of their football teams on them. People die for their football teams. Like, the culture in sports here is next level. Everyone is lighting fireworks and we are just crazy when it comes to that. It's just in our culture. It's just how we are with those games. I don't know historically why that is, but it is just the case. Look at Croatia as well. All those countries, the people go crazy at those football matches and they all love football. That's kind of football culture, and we are a football continent. All we love is football. Every country in Europe loves football. So that is the main reason, because those fans are the fans as well that go to UFC events then, because most people, as I said, that even me, I don't watch football anymore. I am the biggest UFC fan. All I watch is MMA. But I grew up watching football. So I have that football culture in me, and that stays with you forever, right? So those guys, just all they know is go into the stadium, get drunk, and sing until their voice is gone. And that's what they do in the MMA events as well. And I do think that's, of course, you could make some other small little assumptions. Yeah, maybe this and that, maybe we drink more than other countries. It is possible, especially England. They definitely drink more than other countries. French are also quite famous for having a little bit of a drinking habit, even though there's a lot of Muslims in France as well. But you could also make the argument with France, why France is the best crowd, that MMA was banned for so long there. The first UFC event was in 2022, something like that, I think, in France. So they were restricted from that for the longest time. And when you've been restricted from it for so long, you never had an event, once you finally have one, you just go crazy. And they just enjoy it, they appreciate it more than Americans who have events every weekend in America, right? It's not too special anymore. And I think the mixture of all of that is the reason why European MMA crowds are just the best. And I love America way more than I love Europe in general. I would love to live in America, even though I love my country, but I would love to live in America. But we have to just be honest and say that European MMA crowds are by far the best. As I said, I can tell you firsthand, I've been to France for Bellator, I've been to Ireland for Bellator. Ireland is an amazing crowd, by the way. I've been to the England for UFC. I've been to Abu Dhabi for UFC. I've been to Brazil for UFC. I've been to America several times for UFC. And I can guarantee you, if you have never been to Europe before for a UFC event, you should come and you will see what I'm talking about, because the TV will never make up for what you hear when you're there in person. So this was my breakdown of why the European MMA crowds are so much better. Write in the comments if you agree, if you disagree, which points you agree with, what you maybe would add to it. Write it all in the comments. I would love to hear your takes. Like this video, guys. Subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate that. Let's get to 5K subscribers. Share with your friends. Thank you so much in advance. Check out my merch, bloodsport.net. Link is in the bio. Freshest MMA merch in the industry. Check it out, you guys. Stay bloody. Until the next one. Bye-bye. Bloodsport out.